How you doing today, JJ? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. Adventures in Gardening. Welcome. How are you? Oh, I had a wonderful weekend, JJ. Every day is a blessing. I'm just waiting for more peeps to come in. No, for no other reason than because I can. Been a very busy week and I'm blessed as always. Just thought I'd pop on. I didn't see too many other people on, although I'm sure there are. Um, I didn't really check, to be honest with you. I had time, so here I am. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Haven't been doing any videos. A little bit of an update on that. A little bit, a lot of bit. I need to do something. Oh, I'm tired today. Wow. Anyway, JJ, it's always a pleasure to have you here, hon. I haven't been on. I've been quite busy doing some renovation in my mobile home, long overdue renovations, and it's a process because I'm doing it alone, which is fine, but it is a process. I have to be meticulous and uh, don't forget anything along the way. And what that involves is ripping up a floor due to water damage. Must have had probably 7 or 8 leaks over the last 7 or 8 years, and it's taken its toll on that room that's above all the water lines. So the floor is up, all the bad insulation's out, and I'm just waiting for parts to come in so that I can redo all the water lines and get everything out of there that's old and have it all new. John P., good to see you. I'll be up on the screen in a minute. Um, so yeah, so on Wednesday, the parts will come in. I was able to secure some insulation at a very good price. I am blessed. And the same person gave me all the PEX line that I'll need to do the job. Grandpa's Adventures, good to see you. So it's been my body's tired. I'll tell you. Let me hi. My body's tired. I have been going at it since I don't remember what day, 2 or 3, 4 days ago. Ripping up the floor is the fun part. Getting underneath this mobile home, not so much. But the nice thing is with no floor, I can just drop down in between the joists and get underneath without crawling the army crawl. There's about 2.5 feet about of room at this end. Um, but in assessing the water lines and how far forward I have to go, I found some areas that are so questionable. PEX line is put together with either pressure fittings or shark bite type fittings, which seals them and compresses them nicely. So, in getting under there to see how far forward I was gonna do these lines, I found a spot where up into my shower, somebody put hose clamps to piece two lines together, and that hose clamp is dripping. So had I not decided I was gonna redo all these lines, I probably would have never found that. Ooh, I got glitching going on. I hope you don't have it going on at your end. So yeah, my computer's glitching out. Yeah, we're glitching. Let me see what I can do here. Please hold. I'm gonna turn off the camera for a second. Wow, that was kinda crazy. I've never seen that before. Yeah, JJ, it'll probably take me another week or 2. The hardest part, in my mind, that I can tell so far is getting the insulation back up underneath the floor. I think that's gonna be the most difficult, challenging, uh, annoying part of the job. So, yeah, but life is good. I am happy to be doing it. I will definitely have a video because I am recording what I'm doing. Um, it's hilarious to watch, by the way, so far. I uploaded it and sped it up 20 times. It's hilarious. I've never seen myself move that fast in my entire life. uh, yes, JJ. I think I can get some help to do the installation. I need some help from a friend. The same person is going to help me take the hot water tank out because that's also in that same room because I have to redo the floor underneath the hot water tank as well. All the lines, the blessing part is all the lines are pretty much in one location. So, being a 70 or 80-foot mobile home, I'm only dealing with water damage in one room. So that's really cool. I'm really happy about that. But this has been ongoing for a couple of years. Every time I've had a water leak, the floors would dry, and the wave factor in my floor in that room was pretty bad. The particle board was very brittle. I didn't dare stand on any of those areas. I had pallets in there. I just use that room for storage. So I had pallets in there and I put things on top of the pallets to stay across the joists so as not to cause any issues until I was ready to tackle the job. Uh, yeah. So there is carpeting in that room, and the carpeting will not be replaced. I will put, I don't know, some type of hardwood flooring in there. I do not like carpeting. I'm not fond of it, especially in a place that I didn't own from the beginning. Hi, Isabella Sutton. So good to see you. So maybe tongue and groove. I don't know. I'm not sure. I am not even close to getting to that part yet. Once I get to that phase of the project, then I'll give everything a serious consideration. Do not want linoleum, do not want carpeting, so that leaves everything else as an option. But so, scroll sawing and my videos had to kinda take a back burner. I am gonna be working on a video for the channel this week, uh, today, tomorrow, and Wednesday because I'm still waiting for the parts to come in. Yeah, I have one more room. Well, this is a mobile home, so I don't have hardwood, that's for sure. Um, I have one more room, and that is the living area, the living room that has carpet in it that's quite bad, and that'll be my next project. But I do believe after I'm done with what I'm doing now, I'm not even gonna be looking at that for another 6 months to a year, just because I'll have had enough. But, yeah, and the other reason I let it go for so long as well is because financially I wasn't able to take care of it. Um, I knew I was gonna do it myself, but even then, there's a financial issue when it comes to that, and so I just bided my time. I had, uh, I had another friend of mine ask me if I needed insulation, and it's the kind I need, and it was like, "Yes." So I bought it from him, uh, really cheap, and then 5 days later, I sprung a leak underneath there again. I'm like, "Oh, you gotta be kidding me." So glad I didn't put the insulation up yet, and so that's what snowballed this. It's time, tear it up, get it done, get all the lines replaced, and let's see if my camera's gonna flip out some more. Oh my goodness, it is. So, let me see if I can address that issue. Oh, that's kinda crazy that the camera did that. Huh. My green screen was flipping out too, that's why I'm not using that today. That's strange. Anyway, as long as you can hear me, we're good. I've had worse problems. Oh, let's see. It really doesn't want to acknowledge that I have a camera. I think there's something wrong with it. Well, this is not good. I guess that's what you get when you buy a camera for $15. Let's see. I have no camera. Arg. Oh, well, I'm back. It's still a little glitchy. Huh, well, we'll give it a try and see how long it lasts, right? You never know. So yeah, that's been I there's many muscles in this body of mine that didn't know I owned. I have to be very careful of laying on my back because I do have lumbar 4 and 5 issues that if I lay on my back for so long, I can barely move for days. So that, needs to not happen. Man, I am challenged here. Okay, just let me keep going. So I hope you all had a nice weekend. Uh, I was looking forward to these few days of having them off because I was getting tired. I was actually a couple days I fell asleep between 8 and 8:30, and I never woke up until 7 o'clock the next morning. And then once I got used to doing some work, truly very physical work, I still wanted to go to sleep at 8:30, and then the next day I woke up at 4 a.m. because I had had enough sleep. Can't win. Just can't win. So yeah, I was up at 5 a.m. this morning. Still tired today. That's why I was kind of glad I can't do anything further because I have to redo the lines, um, or I would have kept going. And sometimes you do need a break. You got to give yourself a break. There's no time constraints. Um, I'm seeing issues as I go. Uh, Finally deciding to redo the lines was an absolute must. My goodness, was that a must. So yeah, man, I got a scratchy throat. I'm just sparing you the me trying to clear it. So this was not what I wanted to do. Yes, I own it, JJ. probably could have had my insurance cover the expense of what I'm doing, and the reason I did not do that is because they would have not changed all the water lines and put new ones in. The water lines are old, they're splitting, and there's so many patches that I just can't keep doing this. So, I chose not to go through the insurance. Number 1, the insurance will go up. Number 2, they're not gonna do it the way I want it done. They're gonna do the job, get it done, and walk away. I no, I want it done the way I want it done, and I'm not real confident in how a lot of people do work these days. It's half eh, the cheapest goods to get the best looking job, and I'm not into that. So, yeah. So, it was long overdue. It truly was. I probably could have done this 6 or 7 months ago, but then again, there's no way I would have wanted to do it in the summer. It would have been too hot. It's already still too hot to be under there and doing what I'm doing, but I have plenty of fans. Getting the floor opened up, the joists, everything's drying out really quickly and really well. That's a bonus. Um And I never stored anything under this unit. I've lived here 8 years, and I've never put anything underneath it, and there's so much stuff underneath. Um, I can't believe all the stuff that's under there. So I'm pulling all that out so that when I do these lines, I'm not crawling across who knows what because I don't know what it all is. Some of it's skirting, a little bit of siding, just various different things for the home. I never looked. The only time I've been under there is to fix a leak. That's the only reason I was there. And I saw all this stuff, but I just never wanted to address it. Now I have no choice. And then I'll stack it back in there neatly in one section, and then I know what I have if I should ever need it. But yes, JJ, if you can do it yourself, you are better off. You know it's done to your liking. I'm not necessarily going to do it the right way, as you might say, but it will be up to code. It will be done properly. If I ever sell the unit, I'll have confidence that they will never have an issue thereafter. The only thing, the lines going from the middle of the home all the way up to the front, which is just 2 lines for the kitchen sink. I do believe those are new. I'll have to ask the maintenance guy because he said he did replace some lines in this unit. I'll have to ask him if those were the ones. But even if I have an issue from that point forward, it will have no effect on everything I'm redoing in the back half. So, every line goes into the toilet, the line that goes up into the bathroom sink, the lines that go up into the shower, all of them are being replaced. I do not wanna get under there again, and I do not wanna put insulation up and have it get destroyed again. It's just not worth it. If I'm going this far with it, I might as well do it right all the way. So, yeah, again, YouTube channel is kinda hitting the wayside. That's why I'm just doing a pop-up live just to hang, let you know where I'm at, what I'm doing. I hopefully will have a video out in the next few days. It's not gonna be cutting anymore. I'm going a little different route, but you'll see. Hopefully, it'll be a nice, an interesting and informative video for you. Yeah, I don't know what was wrong with this camera. I think it might be on its way out, but once again, what do you expect for $15? You can't have everything. So, yeah, I, uh, I'm drawing a blank. 8 bags of garbage so far. That is a lot. I'm able to use, some neighbors' garbage cans, because we can only put what's in the can. Can't have anything outside of the garbage can, so I'm getting rid of things that way. I should be able to stay caught up with it because I don't want a bunch of garbage running around. Thanks, JJ. You're sweet. Uh, I'm excited. You have no idea how much, um I can't say how much fun I'm having, but I'm into this. When I come up with a project like this, and I've never done it before, and I have no clue what I'm doing, I do somewhat, don't get me wrong. I get excited about it because it's a challenge. I'm always up for a challenge, and I think that's why I did that peacock video, because that particular pattern was a challenge for me, and that's still on the wayside as well because I wanna paint that, and I have to make choices. So, again, that's just sitting where it's sitting, preserving the pattern, the cutouts until I'm ready to do some painting and get that on my YouTube channel. So, and a lot of people I on YouTube, I see it all the time. Life first. You don't see them for a little while, and it's because they gotta do things in life, they gotta take care of whatever they gotta take care of, or things come up, or you family comes over, you know how it goes. So, yeah, I get a little disappointed though because I do wanna continue making videos for the channel, but, you know, the bottom line is I gotta take care of things that need to be taken care of in my life, and I would hope that everybody else does the same, because it's not the end all be all, this YouTube thing. I'm enjoying what I'm doing on YouTube, and I never want it to be, a chore or a job or something I feel, so committed to that I would let other things slide just to do YouTube. And that does happen for some people. And I hope that most people nowadays, if YouTube's been around long enough, I hope a lot of people realize that no matter what you do, um, you either make it or you don't. As far as what you would call YouTube success, you either make it or you don't. But if you're not enjoying what you're doing, then there's no point. Because if the goal is to become, what do they call it? A YouTube extraordinaire, it's not gonna happen. You can become successful and earn somewhat of an income, but it's not a job replacement, that's for sure. Hi, Carl. It's so good to see you. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, yeah. I when I walked away from my channel 2 years ago and came back to it, my mindset was I want to enjoy what I'm doing. Absolutely. No stress, no commitments that I have to do certain things at a certain time. The only commitment I put on myself was one video per week. And with this project that I'm doing, that's not possible. So I'll do a live stream instead, just to keep things active, give you guys updates. I will have pictures. I probably could put them up now, but I'm tired and I don't want to play with the computer because the camera's working now. And I don't want to, I don't want it to start doing its little flip out thing. So, yeah. How was your weekend, JJ? Were you able to get any more I haven't been to your channel, so I do apologize, but have you done any more paranormal videos? I haven't been to anybody's channel. I hope y'all understand. If I'm not putting up a video, I'm not on YouTube much. I try to get to a live stream here and there, but I just need to stay focused. So yeah. Anywho, uh, what else do I got going on? Fall has arrived. The leaves are falling at a pretty good rate here. I have put a multi-parter up, just haven't finished putting it all up yet. So you do have some up already? I'll have to go look, hon. Again, I apologize. I haven't been to anybody's channel. So over the summer, I do a little bit of lawn work for some of the elderly here. Not elderly, older folks that don't do it themselves. And okay, JJ, I'm gonna make sure I get over there. But come fall, it changes over to taking care of the leaves. And in the section I'm in, there are, I believe, 4 giant sycamore trees whose leaves are about, you know, yay big. They're huge. But all the other trees drop their leaves first. So I have a backpack blower and I do this whole corner because if I don't, all the leaves end up in my yard anyway. So I do the whole corner of the area here and push the leaves over the embankment down into the, I call it a ravine because it's a pretty steep ravine. There's a creek at the bottom, but the leaves and debris are not going into the creek at all because there's a flat area prior to where the water comes in. So that's coming as well. So I'm really wanting to get this project done because I know I'm gonna be outside backpack blowing a lot, a lot, and the leaves are already I already got a layer of leaves everywhere. And of course, it rained today because I could have done that today. It rained, so now I have to wait until the leaves dry a little bit. Otherwise, it's, a lot more work. Even with a heavy duty backpack blower that I have, it's a lot more work, and I'm not into doing more work. I like light and fluffy leaves. So that's the fall, and then, the other thing I have to do is put an auger belt on my snow machine, and before the snow flies, I got lucky last year. I had a issue with a shear pin and didn't know it, and I burned up the auger belt. So, lesson learned, but I had the shear pins, that was easy enough to fix, but the auger belt got so hot it stretched. So, I do have the belt. Uh, I just have to figure out, a way to replace it myself because everything when you do it yourself, you need an extra set of hands or you need an extra set of muscles or whatever it is. The snow machine is an extra set of muscles. So, but I know I can handle it. I'll figure out some way of leveraging it to get the machine up on end so that I can access the auger belt. I really wish they would make access on top, but of course they don't. So you have to take the plate off underneath to get to replace it. I mean, it's all kinds of little things here and there. Uh, I'm thankful that I know how to do it. Um, it's just finding the time and the energy and the muscle power to do it. Yeah, JJ, I know there's a lot of people that have needed rain. We had so much rain early in the spring, early summer, and then we just lost it all. And now it's pretty, I lost some of my plants, but now it's pretty bad. So I had no idea it was going to rain today when I checked the weather. I think I checked it day before yesterday. There was no rain in the forecast all week. I got up this morning and here we are, it's raining. Hi, Sarge. Good to see you. Yeah, I just randomly popped up. I was just going over what I'm going over what I've been doing for the last week. Um, liquid sunshine. There you go. Tearing up the floor in the bedroom due to water damage. Waiting for parts to come in and redoing all the water lines, pulling out all the old lines and putting all in new. I'm just done with water leaks. So that's what I've been doing. But while I wait for parts, I figured I'd go live. Hi. And I will try to get a video out. But, like every change of season, there's a lot of things that have to be done. But this is the perfect time for me to doing the work I'm doing. So, well, it's good to see you, Sarge. I'm glad you were able to stop in. I am going to look all weird trying to turn off my camera. So, yeah, been a busy, busy several days. I'm almost glad that I had to stop because I would have kept going and my body hurts. Well, Sarge, if I don't do it, it's not gonna get done, and doing it myself, it's gonna get done a lot more economically than me paying somebody. So, tearing up the floors, all the bad wood, hopping underneath the mobile home and replacing all the lines. I was blessed with getting all the PEX tubing for free, um, under $100 in parts and tools that I need for the fittings, and a really good price on the insulation to put back up once I'm done. No, I'm not a spring chicken. I can only work, an hour or 2, and it's a pretty physical hour or 2, so but I'm getting a lot done, and I am videoing it as well, so we'll see if I upload that video or not. I've looked at it so far, and it's high speed, 20 times the speed of a regular video, and you know what? If for nothing else, I got a good laugh out of it watching myself work in hyper mode. But it's always something. The leaves are falling. I'll be having those jobs to do, clearing the leaves. I have to put a new auger belt on my snow thrower. You know, those seasonal change things that need to get done. I hope you're doing well, Sarge. Yeah, I cannot do the heat. That's why I'm glad I waited until now to do what I'm doing. And the humidity is just horrendous this past week. It's been so humid. Well, good. I'm glad you're doing all right. We do have to connect one of these days. Uh, every time it's convenient for you, it's not for me. And if it's not for me, it is for you. You know how that goes. But we will eventually with Sweet Acres. Eventually we'll get on it. I don't sweat the small stuff. I mean, life happens as it's supposed to. Wow, you're 55. I thought you were younger. Oh, that would be nice, JJ. Yeah, it'll happen eventually, Sarge. I love being a cashier. I did it for a little while, before I had to stop working altogether, but I loved it because I like talking to people. I have a good time with customers. So take advantage of it and get good at it. Maybe your manager will put you there full time. That would be nice. Hi, A-Frame. How did your StreamYard tutorial go? It is a little, overwhelming at first. It was for me as well. I hope you did all right. Hi, Annie. Good to see you. You're not here or you're in another dimension. Well, I know I'm in another dimension. So, oh, I bet. A-Frame, you know what? what's really nice about StreamYard is you can do all the silly, stupid stuff and not be live. You can have it's kinda like, FaceTime, but I like it better doing it on the computer. Yeah, I missed it as well, Sarge. Uh, I noticed that she was on at the tail end, and I didn't bother because it was the tail end. I mean, the tail end. For me, I guess my life is a little more randomly chaotic, which is why I like to schedule things. If I knew you were gonna be live ahead of time, I would have been there. You know, Carl, StreamYard is kinda fun. Um, it's not as, difficult as what it might seem, and it does make the experience easier. Oh, 65 in March. I'm 62. I'll be 63 in April. Well, of course, Sarge. YouTube's always giving you the notifications for the non-important stuff. Why are you wowing, Annie? Oh, I know why. Scratch that question. So what went whack with your StreamYard thing? Although my camera went really loopy here at the beginning of my stream now, so oh, how nice is that? Working at the kitchen of the high school where you graduated. That's kinda all of it. You're funny. Uh, that's kinda cool. I bet that's a lot of work, though. Cam, mic, and internet. Well, internet's usually the problem for me. Uh, I didn't go into OBS today because it did not want to acknowledge StreamYard didn't want to acknowledge my camera again. Uh, oh, yeah. Well, you know what? And here's the thing, JJ, you have internet issues and you're live and you're stressing out. Well, you know what? Most people understand it. They get it. When people come to see you, it's not because you have the best internet connection or that you're on the StreamYard and you have all these cool fancy things going on. You know, Sarge, I would not want you there. Well, I think the key is internet, and I know that's always been somewhat of an issue for you where you're at. So it's just a matter of narrowing that down to a more reliable thing. Oh, JJ, that's wonderful. You know, you don't get that a lot in current um, businesses or companies. So, oh no, I okay, Sarge, I trust you. It's not the trust factor. It's more of the comedy show that I would be up against, and how you can take something very simple and scare the bejeebers out of a high school kid, and they wouldn't know how to take it. I would. You're not flaky anyway. You usually have okay internet, but there was an outage for just a few minutes. Oh, nice. Carl, I have used Restream as well, and I'm actually thinking about doing another live through Restream the next time I go live. I'd have to familiarize myself with it again, but yeah. Sarge, you know it too. You'd be all this, oh gosh, I could picture it. I could just picture you on the other side of the counter while I'm getting my lunch in school, and I'm sliding that tray down the line, and you're just doing silly stuff back there that people are gonna look at you going, "What? Who is this guy?" And they don't know whether to laugh or think you're serious. We could do a comedy skit, though. I think that would be fun. I'm not good at comedy per se, only because I can't keep a straight face when I do stuff. Do you have any videos coming up, A-Frame? I kinda miss your videos. Okay, sounds good, hon. Oh, it's a buffet now? That's how long it's been since I've been in a freaking lunchroom at schools. Buffet. Ooh. Oh, nice. Now where was I? Let me get back up. Yeah, Sarge, I'm the same way. I have a lot of fun, but when I'm doing stuff when I was at work, I definitely took it more serious. But, oh, do that, JJ, that would be cool. Wow. The last time I saw a lunchroom in a school was 40 years ago, 30 years ago. Is the food any good? October 4th to 7th. Oh, good. You even got the dates picked out. Nice. Looking forward to that, hon. A video and a live stream, I hope, while you're there. That would be great. Yeah, I've heard some bad things about lunchroom, food in the schools lately, but again, I hear a lot of things. I don't believe everything I hear, but I haven't been hearing very good things. Gosh, maybe I should volunteer. Oh, tomorrow's pizza day. I used to love the school's pizza when I was in school. That was like my favorite lunch day of the whole week. Oh, that would be fun. I could do that. And I'd walk in with my walker and everything. I mean, I don't have a walker, but I would get one just for that. All bent over and stuff. I'm a late bloomer. Annie, that's not always the case because I do believe that JJ would, hi, Jessica, good to see you. Random pop up because I could. The next 3 days are downtime for me, so I'm getting other things done. Uh, and that. Excuse me. Parachute pants. Oh, Sarge, you're funny. For me, it would be bell bottoms. Oh my goodness. I can't imagine wearing those now. That would be like, ooh, no, 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 no. Bell bottoms. Wow. Oh, you're still hanging in there, are you, Grandpa? Glad you're still here. I am just very tired, very excited, Oh, oh, Sarge, we could hacky sack, although I might not be able to move after a couple of hits. I love hacky sack. Wow. Yes, indeed. Do love it. Oh, that brings back such fond memories. My brother was really good at that. Yeah. So downtime. I'm not sure what to do with myself. I really was, twiddling my thumbs a little bit today because I'm mentally still in the renovation project, but I'm at a standstill until I get the parts I need. Um, oh, that's good, JJ. Okay, we can stop talking about food now because now I'm gonna have to go cook myself something. Just kidding. Let me kill the camera. I'm gonna go grab me a coffee. Oh, yep. The body's a little sore today. Nice thing about grabbing a coffee is I can still talk to you. Wireless microphones are a huge blessing when it comes to this stuff. Definitely missed you yesterday, Jessica. I didn't know what to do with myself during that time frame. It's amazing how we get in the habit of something, and when you don't have it, you appreciate it all the more. Ooh. Oh, JJ, that's wonderful. Ah, I'm back. Hot brew in hand. Oh, yummy. What did you find out about YouTube, Carl? Please keep it nice. Yeah, you could show up looking like Joe Dirt. I can see that happening. Yeah. You know what? I'm thankful I don't have them as often as you do. I was, I've had maybe a handful over the years, and those handful of migraines were, wow, I can relate to exactly what you're feeling, and I'm sorry you go through it. Was I was losing subscribers. So what did you find out about YouTube? That YouTube was doing it or that what? So what was YouTube doing that caused you to lose subscribers? I do know that when people, suddenly just subscribe because 'cause I'm in a live stream or something, those subscribers are gone within 24 hours. Yeah, you can't force people to connect with you in a certain way. All I do is I set the example. So when I subscribe to somebody, before I even hit subscribe, I watch a video, I like their video, and then I subscribe. I really don't have an expectation for them to subscribe back, but I always thank them for the connection. Um, and if somebody says to me that they did subscribe to me, then I'll go to their channel and do the same thing. Watch the video first, like it. But the only thing with that is these people are doing it in the live stream. So you're in a live stream with somebody. Hey, Carl, I hooked up with you. Okay. And liked and left a comment. So, okay, so how can you actually watch a video? So what I notice that people, when they do that with me, they watch a short, they like it, they subscribe to me, and I lose it. I lose a subscriber the very next day because, they're not making it, "Hi, Mark, good to see you. I'm doing really well." Uh, I don't even care. Honestly, Carl, it doesn't bother me anymore. I just do me. I do it the right way because I really like the channel, or I don't. Um, I try to find a video or some form of their content that I will enjoy watching somewhat. I'm not a gamer, I don't enjoy gaming, but, um, where was I going with that? If they don't wanna do that in return, that's entirely up to them. It just doesn't matter to me because 'cause I'm not gearing towards becoming monetized. Hang on, my dogs are getting weird. Hold on. Sorry about that. And, Sarge, that's the thing. My goal is not to reach 1,000, but I did. Watch hours are way, way, way below even becoming monetized, so it doesn't matter to me. If it did, I'd be putting out that video every week or doing whatever instead of the floor. So, it is what it is. Like, for Mark the Spider Guy, okay, if you don't like spiders, right, I can understand, but he's a good guy and a good person, and I do like his videos, I like how he presents his videos. But if you don't like spiders, don't watch the videos. He does live streams. You can support his channel in his live stream. Go say hello. There's no spiders involved. They might talk about them, but you won't see them. Well, there you go. Absolutely, Sarge. So, there's always a way to support another channel, even if you don't really care for their content. Gaming channels, there's a, who is it? John Pohl. He does a lot of gaming live streams. But at least once a week, he does a regular live stream like I am, talking to the audience, talking to his viewers or whoever's in, and I show up for those because I'm not into the gaming, but I'm still trying to support his channel. So, what did I miss? I missed something. Oh. Yes, the migraines. Yeah, isn't it funny, JJ? I did that with the hours. When I reached 1,000 subscribers, I didn't feel the need to I posted on my community page because I was proud of it, okay, but to do a live stream and have this hoopla and let's party over it or do a giveaway, I'm not monetized, number 1, and number 2, um, it's not how I am. I'm not looking for that kind of attention, I guess, and not that other people are, I don't like it. I'm not fond of it. I figure if people are happy for me, they'll let me know in a comment on the community post. If not, it's okay. So, yeah. Oh, Michelle, Exactamundo. How are you doing, Michelle? That text I sent you, I started out 2 minutes earlier getting that text prepared to send it 2 minutes at the right time. So, it wasn't anything fancy on my part, I just had a little bit of a heads up. Ah, yes. Yes, indeed. I have these ear pops that pop over your ear for the wintertime, and when I was underneath the mobile home yesterday, I'm on my side and all this junk fell into my ear. I'm like, "Oh my god." So I'm wearing those ear pops and when I get under there to redo the lines. I ain't having no more garbage come into this ear. It was pretty nasty. You're welcome, Michelle. There's gaming and then there's gaming, where people gang up on trolls and pedophile. Okay, well, um, I don't I don't feed into it to know all that, Annie, and, um, certain words that you're using, don't use those words, but use something else that's not that word. But yes, I don't get into it. I don't care what kind of gaming channel it is. I'm not a gamer. But YouTube flags for certain words, my friend, so just, maintain you don't have to delete it. It's only future reference. Yeah. Oh, I'm starting to get tired. I think I need the rest of the pot of that coffee. Wow. Yes, it is Pluto's. I'm lost on that. All right. Well, Mark, thank you. I always forget to say that. And if you're not subscribed, please do subscribe. I put out quality content whenever I feel like it. Oh, thank you, Jessica. Had no idea what Pluto's meant. Now I do. I'm learning a whole new language just for YouTube. Yeah, please do like. I always appreciate that. Gives me what does it give me? It gives me brownie points in the YouTube world. It's almost drinky time. What is drinky time? Like a real drink? Like alcohol? YouTube's not going to strike you down, Annie. You're saying that in my live stream. So it's not going to affect you, it's going to affect me. So if you keep that in mind when you're in other people's live streams, whether YouTube does what, you're hurting the channel where you are when you use certain words. Um, so be mindful of that. If you don't care about you or your channel, that's fine. But everything you do in a live stream like mine can get my live stream shut down. And, it's not what I would like because I have no control over what you say or what anybody says. Anybody can come in here and start talking whatever they talk. You know how it is. Everybody gets offended. The words you used is part of our language, but can't talk about that no more. We can't say that word because ooh, somebody might get offended. Well, I don't care. So we develop code words. Since when? Well, anyway, I'm not going there. You got what I mean. Yeah, you know what I mean, Annie. I always love having you here, though. You make me smile. Uh, I enjoy some of the things you type in. And that's the problem, Jessica. If I say something on somebody else's live stream, YouTube, I mean, not even intentional, but certain keywords, they can pull that live stream down. Or somebody files a complaint about the live stream when the problem was what I said. The host of the stream didn't do anything wrong. If you can make me laugh. Okay, try. No, I'm kidding. All I can say is enjoy. Enjoy YouTube. Yeah, I've been on several lives that were taken down, but most of the time, oh, okay. The reason that the live got taken down, most of the time, somebody submits a report, and what YouTube does is they shut down the live, then they look at it. They don't look at it and then shut down the live, right? It's kill it first. Oops, that's a bad word too. Remove the live first and then, so it seems silly to me. Amy said to not to. Amy said to not to, me to. Like I'm not here, I'm in another dimensional field. Annie, if you really look at every human being that walks this earth, we are all in our own dimensional field. We are never in each other's. We might be in each other's field, but not the dimensional field. Is a proper PC word. Is it now? Are we doing proper? Yeah, anyway, Michelle, I thought I gave that some thought, and the context of everything that was written was fine, or I would have done that myself. Uh, YouTube watches every live stream. Yes, they do. Not really, they don't. AI watches every live stream, not YouTube. Um, it would be impossible for YouTube as a company to watch every live stream. And that's why certain words, certain phrases, certain everything are part of the algorithm that will get somebody's attention. As a rule, a live stream like mine, in which I rarely get trolls, I do occasionally, but I rarely get them. I'm just innocuous. I'm most of the people that I'll tell you in a second, Jessica. Most of the people that like to troll channels, they troll the type of channels that how do I wanna explain that? They're popular or they say things that are, um, I can't think of the word, controversial, stuff like that, but when you have live streams like mine or even Jessica's or Mark the Spider Guy, there's nothing going on in those live streams. You rarely see trolls coming into them because they're not attracted to it. They would be bored to death here. If anything, they might enjoy it for the most part. Uh, so where was I? Oh, Jessica. brain is slowing down. I'm at a standstill between now and Wednesday. I've got parts coming in on Wednesday so that I can redo all the water lines. So everything's wide open. The whole underside is cleaned out of all the debris and garbage that was under there for years. Not because of me, but and all the wet insulation and just it was a mess. So all that's cleaned up. I got under there yesterday to assess what parts I need, how many of them, kind of guesstimate, and where I'm going to start with the water line replacement. So I'm starting with the cold water because I know where that is. Oh my goodness. I feel like I got crud in my eyes, even though I showered, but there was just a lot of junk underneath when I was under there yesterday. So I assess where I'm going to start, what I'm going to need to move forward. And as I go, I'm going to turn off the water, start at the front, and just get these pieces in, hook them together. And if I'm done, because I don't go start to finish. If my body starts to hurt, I'm done. I hook the last piece together, go turn the water back on, I'm good to go, and I start from there and keep going. So, Wednesday, most likely it's gonna be Thursday, and I'm gonna start that. There's a lot of my stuff that comes from Amazon doesn't come until the afternoon, and by the afternoon, I'm done. But I'm doing little things to prepare for it. I know, Sarge, uh, I have a friend of mine in Australia that said the same thing yesterday. Boy, I wish we'd lived closer. I'd be over there and we'd be dialing it in. I'm enjoying what I'm doing though, because I'm in no hurry. So, I don't know what buttered coffee is. So I don't know if I'm supposed to be excited that you actually drink a mug of buttered coffee because I don't know what that is. I don't get out much. So tell me what buttered coffee is. I'm waiting. So yeah, Jessica, he's requesting another piece, huh? Another piece of what? If he wants another piece of Amy, he never got the piece of Amy to begin with. If he wants another one of my scroll skull pieces, well, that's a different story. Uh, okay. Well, I don't know. I've never heard of that. I mean, that's what I would think, but I've never heard of it. My art hanging that's in his kitchen. What did I miss? Oh, after looking around, I'd love if you can make a request for another piece for my living room. Oh, thank you, Jessica. I missed that, Sarge. Sorry. Hit me up in an email or actually text me. Duh. I forgot. Shoot me a text. And if you when you got time, we can talk about what you want. Thank you, Vic. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Jessica. I apologize for not seeing that, Sarge. Don't duh me, Michelle. Butter and coffee, yuck. Yeah, Mark, I was kind of thinking the same thing, but I didn't want to assume. Oh, you're a slow one finger typer. I guess I shouldn't knock it unless I tried it, but I have no desire to try it, so I'm just gonna knock it without trying it. Hey, how does that sound? Butter and coffee. Oh, your water break is over. No way. Thank you, Sarge. Please be sure to hit me up. Shoot me a text when we can talk, okay? I'd appreciate that. Yeah, I really don't know. So why would you put butter in coffee? I guess is it similar to using creamer? I guess it would be. Butter is creamy, but butter does have a different flavor. Take care, Sarge. I don't get it. I mean, I drink my coffee black, so because I don't use creamer or any of that other stuff, I don't know why I would wanna put butter in it. I mean, the only thing I put in my coffee, and that's occasionally, is Bailey's Irish Cream, and that's later in the evening when I want a coffee. Boy, is that good. Yum. A caramel flavor coffee. Is that what butter does for it? Is that what you're saying, Jessica? I'm confused. I'm so confused. Huh. I'm gonna stick with you on that one, Mark. Anti-buttered coffee. Oh, caramel flavor coffee. Oh, I don't like flavored coffees. This is the one thing I'll say for all the flavored coffees. I do love hazelnut, love caramel, love French vanilla, love all those flavors. And when you brew or you have a cup of coffee with one of those flavors, it smells wonderful and it tastes horrid to me. I love the smell of it even. I just can't drink it. Oh, Mark, it's good. You ought to try it sometime. It is good. I used to do that, Baileys and coffee when I was in my younger partying years, and I didn't really care for coffee back then, but the Baileys made it taste really good, and of course, the alcohol made it taste even better. But I was giving that a thought. I'm going, "You know what I haven't had in years was Baileys and coffee," and I got it. Bye, Annie. Are you leaving? Okay, honey. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. So I was having these fond memories of Bailey's in my coffee. So the next time I went shopping, I hit up the liquor store and grabbed a bottle of Bailey's. Oh my, I was not disappointed. It tasted as good as it did as I remembered it did. Woo wee. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Somebody else said Kahlua and coffee, but to me, that's more like milk. But Bailey's is my thing. I really enjoy Bailey's. I think the last time I did that was 3 or 4 weeks ago, uh, and I bought it a month and a half, maybe 2 months ago. Well, good to see you, A-Frame. Thank you for still being here, hon. I appreciate you hanging out with me. I know how you roll. You make your rounds, hon. That's fine by me. I appreciate the watch time. Oh, man, that coffee went quick. I should just bring the thermos over here and I'd be all set. I make a full pot of coffee and I put it in one of those big Stanley thermoses, and I have a cup of coffee on the ready all day long. Gotta love that. I'll show you my monster thermos. This thing is huge, and it holds a full pot of coffee for me too. My monster, Stanley. My buddy Stanley. Always piping hot. This thermos I've had for 4 or 5 years, and when I first got it, it would keep my coffee hot for 24 hours. Now, maybe 12. But I'm only awake 12 hours out of a day, so that's fine by me. Oh, yeah, that's a lot of coffee, girlfriend. Oh, mm, gotta love it. Yep, that's it. Plenty of coffee. Keep me going through the day. I love my coffee. Love, 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 love. So, yeah, I don't know how much, what, that's a quart, 2 quarts. I don't know what the size is. I have no idea. Oh, yeah, Jessica, it is. Yes. So, what I've been doing the last 4 days, I drink a bunch of coffee in the morning. Then I go to the bathroom 2 or 3 times, then I start working, and I don't drink any more coffee until I'm done working, because there's nothing worse than being underneath a mobile home and having to crawl back out because you gotta go. Yes, Mark, and that's the thing. Um, I say that to anybody that's got projects or different things that you're doing. Pace yourself, listen to your body. You get tired, stop, unless there's some urgency, and if there is, then have somebody do it for you. I mean, this project I'm doing probably could have been done in 2 days with somebody that has the stamina, the muscles, and that can just work an 8-hour day or even a 10-hour day, it would be done. But, you know, I'm good. I'm perfectly happy doing what I'm doing, and I'm pretty excited to what excites me the most is I know I can do it. I think the biggest decision I have to make is what type of flooring I wanna put back down. Um, I have to talk to somebody about that because I know I need to make that decision before I put anything down. Yeah, the thing is, Jessica, I can't fall asleep. Um, I'm not a napping person. I do lay down for a little bit, but I don't sleep well during the day, and if I do fall asleep, I wake up feeling like dog doo doo. So I tend not to nap. It's awful. I mean, when I wake up in the morning, I'm pretty wide awake and I'm ready to go for the day, although I don't. I am ready. Um, but when I wake up from a nap, it's like a darn hangover, and I'll never get anything done after that. So what I've been doing for this project so far is 30 minutes on, 30 minutes off, 15 minutes on, depending on what I'm doing. If it's really physically grueling, it's 15 on and 15 off. So, I'm just listening to my body. I tend to push myself, and I suffer dearly for it. So, I'm not into that. I don't enjoy that kind of suffering. So, don't do it. It's not that urgent. Let me turn this off for a minute. It's not that urgent. So, why would I do that to myself? I mean, it doesn't make sense. Oh, yeah. When I lay down, Jessica, that definitely helps a lot. Um, I do have to say, if anybody has an L4 or L5 um, issue in their spine and it's super low near the sciatica nerve, There's certain things some people are affected with severe pain, I am not, but if I overdo things, um, I'll be down for a couple of days because I can barely walk, and it's not my back, it's my l hips and my legs. It affects my hips and legs. So, I'm not wanting to do that. Last year nope. Yeah, last year and the year before, I was working for my nephew, and I got a lot of things done. I worked 4 or 5 hours, and it was physical labor. When I got into his car so he can bring me home, I could barely get out of the seat, and I only lived 5 miles from where he was at. And it took 2 days for me to be able to go back to work for him again. I couldn't move. It was horrible. But I needed the money, and you do what you gotta do when you need the money. So where I'm at now is I did not enjoy any of that, but that was a blessing because it got me through some financial hardships during that time. But since I'm okay now, I'm not gonna do that to myself. And I think that's what a lot of people don't listen to their bodies. They don't even at a younger age, Jessica, had I listened to my body when I was younger, I probably wouldn't have the issues I have now. I always pushed myself. Yeah, my muscles were sore and all that other happy stuff, but I still abused my body because I could. And that's why I feel bad for Sarge sometimes. I mean, that man, I hope he doesn't. I hope he enjoys his retirement because he really works physically hard. I'm gonna give this another 8 or 9 minutes, and then I'm gonna do some bouncy bounce. A bouncy, bouncy, bouncy bounce. Or not. It all depends. But why would you torture yourself, you know? Why take a perfectly good thing when there's no time constraints, you know? Absolutely, JJ. I have nobody to blame but myself with the issues I'm having. Uh, I'm just learning to live with it and still moving forward and getting things done that I need to get done. Takes a little bit longer, oh well, but I'm still getting it done. All these things that I wanna do in my mind, uh, body's not gonna cooperate. Absolutely not gonna go cooperate. But if I'm smart about it, uh, like I said, I cannot lay flat on my back. If I lay flat on my back for more than 5 minutes, I cannot move. I cannot get up. I do get up, but it's very painful to do so, and that is in my lower back, the pain. So, when I got under the mobile home yesterday, I'm like, "I'm gonna need to do this laying on my side, can I?" Otherwise, I would have had to ask for help. So, I got under there and I started ritzing around doing things on my side. Perfect. I'm able to get this job done, and I don't have to lay on my back. That's all I needed to know, and I'm gonna get it done. Yeah, JJ, I know. A bouncy bounce, bouncy bounce. What are we bouncing? Me on the screen, off the screen, on the screen. Uh, wow. Nectar of the gods. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm gonna cover my ears. Those ear pops I use in the winter, I'm gonna use that underneath the mobile home to when I do the lines. Uh, I still feel like there's junk in my ears, and I know there's not, but it feels like there is. It's mental. You know what I mean? And spiders and whatever else is on there doesn't bother me. What I did do though, because the skirting is open outside and my floor is wide open in the bedroom, I do have big sheets of super thin plywood. I covered up the floor so I didn't have critters coming in. We have cats that wander around. raccoons that wander around, coyotes, fox, deer aren't gonna do that. But oh, hold on, I'm gonna hack up a hairball. And I didn't want anything coming up into the bedroom. There'd be no reason to, but with my luck, I'd be going in there to do some work, and I'd be looking at a raccoon because I would have woken him up, going, "Oh, look at that, a nice warm, cozy spot to sleep." So yeah, uh, it's not too much of a concern, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. Mm, this is so good. Yeah, my mind has all kinds of great ideas that my body can't keep up with anymore. So I just do what I have to do in a manner that works, and, when it gets done, it gets done. Oh, sigh. What is going on with the passwords in my computer? Let me look. Please hold, I need to look. I did not log into YouTube on my computer before I started this live, and I had this thought that I wanted to look at something, and I know I changed it, but what did I change it to? Oh, that might be it. Let me check. You know that little black book that you should always have for passwords? You really should always have it. I change the password on my YouTube password often. Hope that's it. Let's see. Well, looky there. It is it. I wrote it down. Voila. There we go. Let me do this. Yes, I do want to update it. Let me do this. Let me turn it off. And let me get back to you folks. There. I'm all done. Thank you. Nothing. No, 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 I missed a lot. I do not put sugar. I put nothing. Black only. Absolutely nothing in my coffee. Not a chance. But there's Michelle, man, to save the day, to answer your question when I was distracted. Thank you, Michelle. Oh, yeah. Yeah, JJ. I have a lot of respect for horses. Little black book. It's not black. I have a lot of respect for horses. They are a powerful, powerful animal, but they are drop dead gorgeous. I have a connection to them, but I didn't grow up with them. I didn't, I've ridden a horse maybe 2 or 3 times in my life. Would have loved to have had more interaction, but I can appreciate what you're saying. Absolutely can appreciate it because that, falling from the horse is one thing, but some horses are pretty high up. I'd say give me a pony. That's more my speed. It's not as far to the ground. Well, even when you look at, people that do the rodeo circuit, can you imagine their bodies after what? They're young people when they start out. I mean, can any of them even move after 10 years of doing stuff like that? That's crazy. Like the uh aw, he's still alive? Do you ever go see him or no? Oh, fresh coffee. I just made that pot about 2 hours ago. What time is it? Okay. I cannot go past 5 o'clock. So if I stay on another half hour, I stay. If I don't, I don't. But I have to feed my dogs. We are on a schedule. Mm-mm-mm. I cannot type. Doo-dah, doo-dah. Nothing like responding 20 minutes later to a text. Aw, they never forget, JJ. They never forget. Aw, yeah. No, they don't. And just like they never forget if you mistreat them too. They know. Most animals do. I think, dogs have an amazing ability to be very forgiving to the human race, and some of what people do to them is just beyond comprehension. So, yeah, I might have to go. I'm zoning. La la la. Ooh, oh, you're getting sleepy. Yeah, hi. Uh, oh, you had them for a long time. Wow. Hi, Chris. Good to see you. I'm just deciding whether I'm going to stay on a little bit longer or not. Uh, just John about whatever. So yeah, I would, I love horses. I really love horses. I was just never had the opportunity to bond with one or ride or whatever, you know, any of that. It's a shame though. But people grow up in different types of families, and my family, my parents, and there's nothing wrong with this, but they didn't like animals at all. No cats, no dogs. They wanted nothing to do with anything. And trust me, it wasn't that me and my brothers didn't try. My one brother tried bringing home an alligator, a little baby one, by the way, not a big thing. Uh, my other brother got away with a dog or two. I tried cats. I mean, it's funny when you have parents that don't like, I they just didn't want pets. And so when you come from a family like that, and then you have 5 kids that absolutely love animals, that's tough because I OD'd on it. As soon as I moved out, I had birds, I had cats, mostly cats, and then dogs. I mean, I couldn't wait to get out of the house so I could have my pets. Wow. I have to agree, Jessica. I think that is a blessing that she can still visit her horse. Um, it's just as important for her as it is for the horse. That feeling of abandonment or, who knows what they feel. I don't know. But they don't understand, you know? And I was cured from wanting cows. My nephew had a cow and a lot of work. They're a lot of work. Great for meat, great for milk. Um, it's terrible having to clean the barn or the stall. It's terrible having to just no. I was afraid of them, but she was a beautiful cow. She was very kind, very calm, loved being petted. But all they do is move their head and they knock you 5 feet to the ground, and all they're doing is being loving to you. So it's they're just big animals. Wouldn't mind trying pygmy goats, but I'm not in a place where I can do that. I like them because 'cause they're small. Well, so do horses though, Jessica, that's the thing. But horses are much more, gentle. Please hold. Horses are definitely much more gentle, I think. But, the cow my nephew had was a beautiful cow, very kind. Oh, Highland cows are pretty. I like them. Never been around one, but they're beautiful. Yes, JJ, I would imagine so. But, if I had a choice between a cow and a horse, I'll take a horse any day. Much more, well, the right horse. Demeanor, trainable, affectionate. Cows, yes, they can be, but well, there she is. A-Frame has arrived again. Again, thank you, my friend. Appreciate you being here. Can't wait to see your first StreamYard live. That should be fun. You gonna go live by yourself during the week? That would be fun. A girls live. Get a bunch of us girls up on the panel. Uh-oh. What was his name? There ain't no reason why you can't. Yeah, JJ, it might be dangerous if we do a girls live. Oh, Angus. I like that name though. But as soon as you typed it out, I thought of a cow. Angus cows are mean. They can be quite mean. They don't have a great temperament for bonding with human beings. I do like that name actually. It's a name of strength, courage, power. Ooh. Yes, they do, as a matter of fact. Michelle will vouch for that. Uh-oh, 4:33. It must mean I'm gonna turn into a pumpkin. Oh, Sarge is lurking. while he's working. I'm still listening while I work. I rodeoed during my teen years and was in the military rodeo association for 2 years. I grew up on 400 acres. We raised Tennessee Walkers. Wow. His job growing up was to saddle, break the 18 to 24-month-old horses. Yeah, I don't know how your body's still going, Sarge. Man, I gotta tell you. Wow. Well, thank you for hanging out and still listening though, Sarge. I appreciate it. You think you're far behind? You're not that far behind. Ah, the bull is getting eaten. Don't you worry about where you're at in the chat, my friend. All we can be concerned about is this present moment. Oh, yeah, I want the little goats. That's why I said I think it was pygmy goats. I want the little ones. But they're a whole different what? They're escape artists. Um, yeah, they jump on top of everything. So if you have a nice car or anything that you don't want ruined by their hoofs is gonna get ruined by their hoofs. But oh, the fainting goats, they're hilarious. I've watched some videos on YouTube with those things. What a kick in the pants when they just drop. At least you don't have to worry about chasing them because if you scare them, they're just gonna fall over and faint, and you can just pick them up and be on your way. Oh, they're funny. Fainting goat, that might be an idea. I liked having the chickens I had. If it wasn't for the fact that, I needed the space for my, woodworking shop, I probably would still have them. But it was actually becoming more of an expense than the eggs were worth, so I really would like the goat for the milk to make goat cheese. Um, I know they're good to eat. The only problem I have, um, I like to process my own meat, like, when I go hunting, but when it comes to raising them, I have a hard time, culling them because even though you're not attached, there's a certain attachment to them. So, they have personalities, everything, but if I were to do goats, I would just take them in and have them processed. I wouldn't do it myself. Yeah, Sarge, you might wanna give that statement some real serious thought because you really don't wanna get to the point where you can't do anything. So, Nubian goats, yes. If I were to have, some goats for the milk, for that aspect of it, I probably wouldn't use them for meat. um, because I'm getting other things from it. But if I'm gonna raise an animal now I'm talking livestock now, it would have to be for meat if there's no other offering. Cows offer milk, but they have to constantly be pregnant in order to do the milk. So, huh. I was able to process my own chickens, JJ, but, um, I didn't like doing it. So and I never did the females, only the roosters because I hatched some, and so my hatching experience was 1 female and the rest were males, so this pointless. It's a crapshoot on what you get. So I stopped doing that, although that was very much a fun thing to do. I loved incubating eggs, absolutely loved it. But when it came to the roosters, it's hit and miss. You either get a rooster that's really nice, or you get one that's a mean SOB, and you gotta watch your back. And it's the ones that I had to watch my back are the ones I dispatched and put in the freezer. I didn't like doing it, but, um, it was only 1 at a time, so it's not like I was processing a bunch of them. If I had to do more than 1 or 2, then I would absolutely have somebody do it. In our area, the Amish do it for, like, $2 a bird or something like that, but a dollar a bird, depending on how many you have, and they're quick and very efficient too. Yeah, but if you were to put me out in a hunting scenario, same with rabbits. There is absolutely no way I could dispatch a rabbit that I've raised. Not a darn chance. I would have 500 pet rabbits by the end of a year. Um, but you get me out in a hunting situation, I can kill a rabbit kill rabbits all day long, wild rabbits. And boy, are they good eating. Rabbits are really good. All right, JJ, you take care. I'm not going to be on much longer. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Um, rabbit, squirrel's really good. I love deer meat. Not everybody does. I want to try bear. I don't want to kill one though, because if I don't like it, I don't want to waste the meat. So I'm waiting for somebody to give me some so I can try it. Um, moose, which aren't here. We don't have those here. Moose and something else that we don't have here. I forgot what they're called, but it's in the deer family. Oh no, I can't kill for thrill. And I I only shoot what I know I'm going to eat. That's why I just said I would like to try bear meat because I've heard it's you either like it or you don't. So I don't want to hunt and shoot one if I can't utilize the meat. I can utilize the fur, I can utilize everything else. But if I don't like the meat, that's a waste. And, there's not a lot of people that would take it. So, well, Sarge, I understand. I understand. But I also know that you don't look down on people that do enjoy hunting. Sport hunting, no. These people that hunt for trophies, for antlers and racks and all that stuff, no. I don't even some of the African safaris where they hunt, uh, larger animals or a lot of that, If they do that for trophy purposes and the local villagers utilize the meat and everything else, that's one thing. But in many instances, that's not the case. It's just slaughter. So, yeah, I'm only gonna be on for another 9 minutes. I said that a half hour ago, but I'm definitely not doing more than 2 hours. So, yeah, I haven't hunted in a couple of years. This is the 2nd year that this will be the 3rd if I don't get a license. Um, and that's for a lot of reasons, but I would like to fill up my freezer this year, but I don't worry about it. I grew up with, 4 older brothers that hunted, fished, all that stuff, it came naturally to me, and before I was actually able to hunt, large game like deer, when they would get one, I'd be the one that field dressed it for them. They would just I'd hear a gunshot, and then I'd hear them yell my name, and I'd be booking on over there, up to my shoulders in muck. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. At least, Sarge, I do know that if you had to do what you had to do in a survival situation, you could absolutely do it. Um, and I'm thankful that I can as well because of how I grew up, because I do like to hunt. But when it comes to processing animals that you raise, it's a very different thing when you're hands-on killing them versus a gun. So, yes, absolutely, Jessica, and that's what I'm talking about. I That's why I don't wanna, actively shoot a bear because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to utilize the meat. That's sad, that to me, that's wasteful. Yes, I understand, Sarge. The first year that I actually was able to go deer hunting, I got buck fever. I saw the deer, had him in my sights, and I was like, "Oh, but he looks like my dog." I couldn't do it. Since then, I've been able to do it, but again, at that age, what purpose was I hunting for? I didn't have the thought process of putting meat in the freezer like I do now. It's different for me now. So, at that age, it was just hunting for the sheer idea of killing something, and I didn't like doing that. Well, I understand, Jessica. Not everybody, not everybody can. But you know me, so if we get in a survival thing, just come on and visit me. I'll take care of you. And as far as some of the things that I already know that you would not eat, the one thing I can tell you about deer meat, which I learned from the lady I took care of, whose mother, her mother taught her how to handle that meat and process it so that when you cook it, it tastes just like steak. So, the one thing that most people don't like about whether it's turkey, deer, even rabbit and squirrel, uh, the reason it tastes funny is because of the blood that's still in the meat. If you're able to remove that, the meat is a wonderful thing. I was not fond of deer meat because it tasted what I call gamey. It had a gamey, like fish tastes fishy, wild deer tastes gamey. And when my friend taught me that and I utilized the process that she did to remove as much blood from the meat as possible before cooking it, OMG. Never went back, and boy, I couldn't get enough of it after that. What a difference it made in the flavor. But yes, Jessica, I would absolutely help you out. Yeah, I know, I guess, Chris, if it comes down to it, when that's all the only choice you have, then maybe you would. You know, I don't know. Um, I don't know. I enjoy it. It I know the quality of the meat versus what I buy in a store. So, anyway, I'm gonna be wrapping this up. What do I got? 3 minutes? 3 minutes. Tick tock, tick tock. I always appreciate y'all being here. Chris, thank you for coming in. Jessica, Sarge, Annie, A-Frame, if you're still lurking. Grandpa's Adventures, thank you. JJ, thank you. Miss Michelle, thank you. Let's see if I can find everybody else that was here at the beginning that I don't remember because I got old timers. Mark the Spider Guy, thank you so much for being here as well. I caught you, Annie. You guys are the best. Do appreciate you coming. Listen to me babble on about whatever. And I hope y'all have a wonderful week, wonderful day. Oh, thank you, Jessica. I mean, there's nothing to put up with, Sarge. Um, if I okay. Well, tell A-Frame I thanked her for being here, Chris. Um, you know, some people either like you or they don't. They like your personality or they don't. They like your sense of humor or they don't. But you know what? It really doesn't matter. Everybody has their own, you know, whatever. So there you are, Grandpa. I knew you were still here. Thank you very much for being here. I do appreciate it. So I hope you all have a great day. Appreciate you. And, oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Bye. I was incognito for most of this live. Sometimes I just don't like staring at the camera. God bless y'all. Take care. And I might be up again in a week or a video will be out, one of the two. Alrighty. God bless. Let's see if I can end this stream the right way. Yes.